guys, today I'm testing out a new foundation that I bought the other day and it's from Miss Sporty. It's called So Matte Perfect Stay and I actually tried the So Matte a few years ago, really liked it, but I haven't tried it for a long time and I haven't really tried any Miss Sporty foundations for a while. I think this retails for £3.49, it was on sale when I bought it so it was even cheaper, but because it was so cheap I thought I have to really review this for you guys, and I thought what better way of doing it than actually properly road testing it and showing you it from morning to evening. Milo is with me in the room because I am getting ready for work, so although it would be easier to film this on a weekend, there's no better test for me of a foundation than a really good full work day because my skin does get shiny, I walk to work, there's various things that would kind of, I don't know, make it a challenge, let's say, more than a weekend where I may just sit at home all day. So we are trying this one today. The shade that I have is Ivory. You can tell that I haven't had it on before because I still have the sticker on. Okay, so I will apply it with my fingers because I apply all my foundations with my fingers. It seems kind of liquidy, it's strange, it's kind of almost mousse-like. It's thick, but it's also kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Frothy? I don't know. Oh, and it does set really quickly. This is kind of like colour stay. People always used to say, the reason it put me off colour stay for years was because people on YouTube said you had to blend it in a little section at a time, and I don't know if that's something to do with the dry skin formula because I have the oily combination one, but you know, I didn't really understand what people were getting at there because I've never ever had that problem with it. However, this is kind of what I thought that would be like because it is kind of drying in little sections as I blend it into my face. It's not super fantastic coverage, but I am impressed with the shade, providing it doesn't oxidise, it doesn't get any darker on my skin as the day goes on. For a super budget foundation, I'm really impressed that I can actually find a shade pale enough for me. I think it's almost setting a little bit powdery. It seems to be a little bit more cakey than I'd like. Like I say, the coverage is not fantastic. This is really light, maybe medium. I am impressed with the shade. Okay, so that is pretty much as covered as I'm going to get with this foundation. I don't think it builds very well. It doesn't really build up to anything more than a light coverage. However, if in the summer I'm still looking for kind of mattifying and I don't have as many blemishes or as much to cover, then this might be good. I don't know. We'll see as the day progresses. I'll come back when I've got the rest of my makeup on. So I'm all made up and I don't know, I think this light that I'm filming in is not the optimum light to do my makeup in, so I think perhaps I judged it a little bit too harshly because when I went in my bedroom to do the rest of my makeup, the foundation didn't actually look that bad. It's not as the same as my colour stay. I love the colour stay so much, but it is more mattifying. So like I say, you had to apply it in sections because it was drying very quickly and setting. I'm not sure that it even needed a powder, but I did cover it with my 17 Miracle Matte Powder. I also used a little bit of concealer. It's not fantastically buildable, but if you don't have a ton of things that you want to cover that won't, kind of concealer on top won't do. Milo is trying to close me into this room right now and the light isn't going to let him. Anyway, so yeah, if you don't have a ton of things that you want to cover or you're happy to use concealer on top, then I think it's going to be okay, but I'm interested to see how well it lasts matte-wise because that's my main issue. Also, just kind of as a side note, I'm also using the Maybelline Rocket Volum Express, I think it's called. Mascara is the word I'm looking for. I'm using that today for the first time, so we'll see how that holds out. It was a little bit clumpy. The first coat was nice, but it wasn't very volumey or lengthening at all. And the second coat was quite clumpy, so we'll see if it flakes and, you know, it'll be a good test for that as well. And I'm also using the Rimmel Scandalise gel liner, the black one as well. I've just got those, I don't have any other kind of eye makeup on whatsoever. So that will be a test and that'll be interesting to see whether or not that stays in my waterline, and there are other things that I can kind of keep an eye on throughout the day for this video. When I said that my walk to work proved a challenge for my makeup, I really didn't expect it to be as much of a challenge as this. My hair looks really crazy because I've got these earmuffs on. I've not kind of gone for a Mary Poppins look. It's
really cold and very, very windy, and yeah, so far so good. I'm not seeing too much shine. My nose is a little bit red, but that's mainly because of the coverage, because normally with my colour stay it kind of blocks out anything like that, any skin colour really. Yeah, so far so good. It does seem to be kind of settling in dry areas and like fine lines and stuff that I have around my eyes, but otherwise it seems to be holding up okay. But you know, we're only an hour in, just like an hour of horrendous weather. Can you see this? Through in my eye. The hazards of working for a living.
The lighting isn't fantastic here, but it's 3 o'clock and it's holding out pretty well, bearing in mind that I was snowed on pretty heavily. I'm going to insert a picture here. That was a nice experience walking to work in that kind of weather, but bearing in mind that that's the weather I walk to work in, I think it's holding up okay. Obviously it's not super matte, but I've not powdered my face whatsoever, and I'm normally really shiny by now. So, it's not, the coverage isn't really wearing away too badly or anything. I'm going to be really interested to see how this is when I actually finally get home. So I'm back home and looking slightly dishevelled and worse for wear, but my foundation's held up pretty well. It's been on for nearly 10 hours because it's just about to be 7 o'clock. And it does say that it has up to 14-hour wear. I wouldn't say that it's going to last me 14 hours. I have seen kind of some wear on my face, but bearing in mind the weather that we had this morning, I think it's held up really well. And bearing in mind the shine, I mean, I'm under some really bright lights right now, so if I was going to be super shiny, I would be super shiny in these lights, and I haven't checked because I don't have a mirror in front of me, but I don't think that I'm appearing super shiny. But even with my colour stay, I generally have to powder. If I was going to film after work especially, I would definitely powder before starting to film, but on occasion I have powdered kind of by 3, 4 o'clock, just because I'm looking a little bit too shiny. But I didn't find that at all, and that's my main thing that I look for in a foundation at the moment. I do want longevity and that it wears a long time, but I also want it to stay matte, and I haven't powdered my face at all before filming the video since applying it this morning. Let's see what else it says it does. Wears up to 14 hours. So Matte Perfect Stay gives flawless and healthy looking complexion. I wouldn't say that it's a flawless complexion because I think that it does set a little bit powdery and it does settle into the lines and things. I've also noticed that the Rimmel 24-hour concealer that I've started to use again under my eyes is really not appropriate for under my eyes because that's really turned not so great under my eyes. It's gone very, very powdery and really settled into lines that I didn't even know were there. So just as a side note, I wouldn't recommend that for under your eyes, but I never seem to, you never get home and kind of really inspect your face in a magnified mirror, which I have done this evening. Very interesting revelation. Controls shiny zones and provides a matte effect, which I would agree with. Lightweight texture which doesn't clog pores. It was very lightweight, and I think that's part of the reason that it was setting so quickly. I'm not entirely sure. I think I'm going to have to try again over the next few days to see whether or not I can get a really buildable medium-ish kind of coverage from this, because it was very light and I think I'd need a little bit heavier coverage right now because I do have a lot of redness and blemishes. Transfer proof, I would say it probably is. Leaves a soft and smooth feeling. I don't feel like I'm wearing anything on my skin at all. Enriched with vitamins A, C and E and antioxidants. Protects skin from daily ravages, which would be fantastic since it snowed today. And a perfect balance skin under any circumstances at any moment all day long. I think that this is pretty good. I mean, bearing in mind that I got this for like £2.60 or something, I think the full price is £3.69. I would say this is a very, very good drugstore foundation. I tried the Miracle Matte by number 17, which I found to be quite a lot more cakey than this. I would definitely recommend this over that. It definitely mattifies. I can't tell you that it wears 14 hours, but I am going to be trying over the next few days to layer this and see if I can build it up and get a little bit longer wear out of it and a little bit more coverage. But let me know if you've tried this and if you've got any of your own opinions to kind of throw into the pot. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about videos like this. I'll try and condense them and be a little bit more concise with my opinions of things. This is the first time I'm doing one like this, but I really like the idea of them, and I really like kind of, this is what I thought on the day of trying it. Because it's difficult when you kind of do a favourites video or products I didn't like to remember on that day why you liked it or why you didn't like it. Whereas a first impressions video like this is really fresh in your mind. This is exactly what I think of it and this is why. 2 more things. The eyeliner did not stay in my waterline. By the time I got to work it was pretty much gone. which is to be expected, but it's always a nice bonus if it'll stay on a little bit longer, which it didn't. And the mascara is still quite clumpy and it did flake, so I'm not sure about that one. Again, I'm going to be trialling it over the next few days and I will be doing a review on that as well on my blog, but I thought I'd mention those things because I did say that I would kind of check in on those as well. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope it was useful, and I hope that some of you will try this because I would definitely recommend it, and for the price, how can you afford not to try it, really? I will see you guys next time. Bye! Hi guys, today I have for you my birthday haul, and a few of the bits that I'm going to show you actually weren't birthday gifts, but they were things that I purchased today on my birthday.